Welcome back. Now in this video we're going to be talking about understanding the timeline inside of your individual video animation software. You're going to notice that we have a slide up here that we've talked about before that we are depicting with a visual as well as some words. Now one of the things we're going to need to do is we're going to need to add audio to our software, and in this particular case you're going to notice that there's a file already there that's called introduction. And actually, this is a file that has been mixed together. So we mixed together the music, we mixed together the voiceover, and we have uploaded this as one file to our animation software. So now we have a 1 minute and 8-second audio that we're going to fit all of our scenes into. What you're going to want to understand are the particulars of the transition between elements. So I'm going to open up this particular screen inside of Sparkle. Now again, this is going to be different inside of every video creation software. The thing to pay attention to is going to be the transition and how long each element is going to appear, whether or not there's going to be a pause, and then the transition that it makes to the next scene. Now, when you do this, these are going to be the things that you're going to want to pay attention to. You want to pay attention to how long it takes to draw or how long it takes for the action to happen. And then you want to play with the timing so that the pictures that are appearing in the screen are coinciding with the audio as it plays, right? So what you're trying to do is you're trying to basically match up these two elements with the words inside of the audio. And then you want the whole thing to transition to the next scene. Remember, we are designing by scene so that when we pause between the slides, when we were doing the voiceover, we want there to be a little pause and then for the next scene to come up. And so when we design these slides, we're doing the timing. In every case, I'm going to open up this timing. And we're going to work with these elements inside of our video creation software so that they coincide with each scene that we design. We're then going to transition to the next scene. And so that is the process that you're going to want to work through every time you get to a scene. You're going to work with the elements, and you're going to want to make sure that they're playing with your audio. Now, in the case of Sparkle Video Scribe and just about any other video software, you can take each individual scene and you can actually play the audio. So, for example, we can play the audio to preview it just from what's happening here.
What's needed for you to understand is the basic framework for marketing. Whether a company is doing internet.
So as you can see here, what we're trying to do is we're trying to either slow down or speed up the drawing of the image to coincide with what's happening in the audio. That's what's important. And then we transition to the next scene.
Marketing.
And what we're going to do is we're going to keep working through each scene. We're going to look at the timing. And we're going to match up the timing with the audio. And the way you do that inside of each video creation software is you play it and preview it at the point at which the audio is. Right? So every time that you get to a new scene, you're going to have to do this process all over. Now, this is going to be the most time-consuming process. In fact, anytime you add audio to a timeline, matching the audio with the images that you've already placed on your timeline, that's going to be the most time-consuming part of the actual process. When we get to the last screen, you'll notice that there's a pause that we've placed here inside of Sparkle Video Scribe of about 5 seconds. And that is so that the call to action will remain on the screen. Once again, this is going to be something that you're going to want to do individually inside of your video creation software, but that is to leave that pause at the end so that the viewer or the customer or the prospect can actually see your call to action. And in some cases, you can allow the music to play while this is actually going to be on the screen, and then you can then end the video. Now, understand again, the reason why this process works is because we've already matched the images and the writing to a particular scene. All we're really doing now on the timeline is we are working out timing. And so in every case, what we're going to do is we're going to play with the elements to actually match up what they're hearing with what they're seeing. But we've already done the hard work by selecting the images and matching them with a particular scene. So once you've done all your matching, you are going to want to save and save often. Video scribe software, any kind of animated video software takes a lot of resources. And so at every point, at every scene, every major event that you actually do, you need to almost hyper save. In other words, you should save after every little thing, because the likelihood of you losing something or the software getting jammed or the software stopping with video creation software. So again, after everything that you do, make sure that you're saving your file. And then once you get to the end, what you're going to do is you're going to play the video clip to make sure it is what you actually want it to be. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.